Honestly, I can't help but talk about the current state of games the way I do. So many companies have gotten used to telling you what something is worth, how big something should be, how much time you should spend on it. They get to decide the value, they get to decide the length, the file size. You have studios calling their own products quadruple A, triple A, all of that stuff is self-defined at this point. And that means that it doesn't hold any meaning. People have gone so long with letting a company decide what something is to them and for them. And I get it. It's easier that way. They get to decide, oh, this content is or isn't appropriate for this audience, so we're just going to change it. Maybe we'll do it before release. Maybe we'll do it after. But because people are like, ooh, shiny new thing, they get away with it. Because it's not such a big deal, they get away with it, and are for sure going to do it again. The reason why I talk about things, even popular things, the way I do, is to plant a seed to make you question whether or not something is crossing a line for you personally. It's not so you stop liking things that I don't like. It's not to make you jaded. It's to make you examine things and go, you know what? Now that I think about it, this is a load. This is BS. And I don't want to support this. I don't want this. And it's also to make you go, I don't like what's happening, but it hasn't crossed the line for me personally yet. And I want it to be a very conscious decision that you may, in fact, be making things worse by allowing companies to further get away with the things that they're getting away with. No judgment, of course. I just want you to be very, very aware of what you're contributing to, so that you're the one who decides in the end, and it's not a corporation or a publisher or a developer that's deciding for you. And again, I get what it sounds like. It's very harsh. It's very constant. I bet a lot of people can't go through my entire catalog of videos and pick out what games I actually recommend and which ones I don't. And that's okay. That's intentional. I don't want people to think like me. I just want them to think in general. So I will continue to be extremely harsh, especially towards people who take the, well, it's not really my problem attitude. Because even if it's not your problem now, it will be eventually. If everyone has a price, that means that everybody has a line. And how are you going to feel when things start to cross that line? Just think about things. Just because they're new doesn't necessarily mean that they're good. Just because a lot of people are enjoying something doesn't mean that it has any type of quality. And things that are good now could very easily be patched into being bad or censored. The line doesn't mean anything to them because they can cross it at will. The question is, are you going to let them? And for a lot of people, the answer is unfortunately yes, because it's just so easy to let somebody else make the decisions for them. There's always going to be another big release, the next flavor of the week. The last one was Pow World. Does anybody remember the flavor of the week that was before Pow World? I do, unfortunately. I keep track of that sort of thing because it helps mark the change as things progress. We went from online services to open world sandbox type games. What's next? I have a vague idea, but I'm not going to share it right now. You should think about what the next step is. See if you can guess it. Also, let me know what you think down in the comments below. How many of your recent game purchases have been informed decisions? Have you been okay with the way that things are going, really? Are you aware of how many flavors of the week you've bought recently? I want to know. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in another video.